How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you've all been doing really well lately. I hope you've all had a good Christmas and a new year. I know it's been a while since I spoke to you, but we're back now to the grind, and we're going to be bringing out some Warzone content and Vanguard, also whatever you guys want to see. But we're back with a nice little breakdown video for old time's sake. I've been playing quite a bit of Rebirth and Caldera, just getting back into the swing of the game at the moment. I'm a little bit behind on the meta because I haven't really been leveling up the weapons, but it doesn't matter too much. Today we're just going to be breaking down some clips where we're using some good movement and sort of different tactics you can use to sort of improve your game when it comes to movement, positioning, just winning gunfights, how to make yourself awkward and hard to hit for the enemies, a lot of different things like that. So we're going to be slowing down the clips as always and taking a closer look. So we'll get right into the first clip here, guys, and I do hope you enjoy the video. So on this first clip, over at Resort on Caldera, and we know there's a sort of team low in this building here because it's always a little bit hectic final circle. So we cracked that guy's armor, thought I heard a guy pushing around the right, so I double check it. I shut these doors, see if I can wallbang just to sort of make it a little bit weird for the enemy. I sort of try and just peek to open the door. Notice one to the left, chuck a stun through, get a hit on the stun, and we're going to drop this guy and instantly thirst the kill off. Shut that door, push around to the side, and we start getting shot from another team from behind, but the other team does push forward, so that forces me to engage. I drop one, now I know there's one left. Try to jump shot him, but we take him out. So if we slow this down, basically if we go back to this scene here, where we chuck a stun through the door, as you can see, they start pushing up from the right side. So if I zoom in a little bit there, the stun does hit one of the guys to the right, because they're right in the way. I didn't actually know they were pushing until I saw them there. And then basically, right at this point, I knew that was my time to sort of take one out, because I am outnumbered. Now I'm going to try and get around to the right, because it's better cover. But my plan gets ruined, because I get shot from behind, forced me to engage with the original team. I slide cancel around the corner, drop one of them. I check back to the right, see if they're there. And I hit him with a nice little jump shot, slide through the door, and past him. So in these situations, you want to just keep your calm and use your movement. If you can trust your movement, you'll win a lot more fights. Now I've got a couple short clips that showing different movement styles and how you can make yourself hard to hit for the enemy. In this one, I'm showing how you can use your movement to give yourself time to sort of recover and to prepare for a fight. So in this case, basically this guy come from behind and I had my sniper out. So instead of trying to engage with a sniper, I felt like I wouldn't win. I do land a little no scope there, but as I'm moving around him, I'm constantly being awkward and jumping and strafing to the side, which gives me time to get my MP40 out and go for that final kill there, and also get a teabag in, because I can be toxic on Rebirth. Then, similar in this clip here, I only have a pistol, and I rush into this building, I can hear a guy, he picks up the gun before me, which I'm later realising was a sniper, so I didn't really need to do all this movement, but once we slow it down, I'll sort of show you what I mean. Basically, in a gunfight, you don't want to just stand there and shoot at the enemy. It does work a lot of times, but if you're against a skilled player with good aim, you're going to need to use movement. So basically, as we come through the door, thought I could find a gun, I push to one way and to the other, and I slide cancel over this way and then strafe back on myself, because as you can see, he shot, but he missed to the right, because I strafed the opposite direction. So use your movement, especially when up close. Now in this clip, we're on Rebirth Island in Control Center. I'm just reviving my teammate here on the stairs. And I know there's a team of 3 upstairs. So I'm going to drop the first guy, push up, take out second. Now I can see on the minimap that there's a third one up there as well. So I wait for my teammate and we push up together. Now basically with this one, it's just teamwork essentially at the end there. We dropped the first guy, so I thought let's get super aggressive because I knew one of them would push because I already dropped this teammate. Now it's just about backing off. I was going to try plate up, but I could see that my teammate decided to start pushing with me, so I get the reload off instead. Now I'm going to jump shot around the corner and take him out. So if you're in these sort of close range buildings, it's always good to play like shoulder to shoulder with your teammates sometimes. As you can see, it really works. Now in this clip, as I always like to say, you know, try and make your gunfights a little bit confusing and a little bit weird and awkward for your enemies. As you'll see in this one here, we drop that guy from afar, then I hear somebody pushing me through the building, so I shut the door in his face and wallbang him through it. So there we go. But basically, you know, just use doors to your advantage, especially in this game. Because as you can see, this guy's pushing up. Now, I thought he might burst through the door, but instead I decided, screw it, let's try and shoot him, see if it works. You know, it might not, but in this instance, it did pay off. So you want to try to be thinking outside of the box in your gunfights, especially when you're using doors, because you can use them for audio cues as well to confuse your enemies. Now, back on Rebirth Island for this next clip, you'll see me use of doors as well. So I land back in, find the PPSH on the floor, which is pretty ideal because I can see my teammate getting killed in this building. And I spot this guy and I shut that door on my way through. Run back, I reopen it to make a little bit of audio, slide through and drop this guy. So we'll go back to that clip just here in a second. But to finish off the clip, I noticed on the map that his teammate was on the other side of the building. I spot him fleeing there. We're just going to push up, sort of get behind a little head glitch and drop him to get the team wipe. But we're going to look at that scene inside of the building here. So as I run past, I'm going to shut that door so he thinks I'm sort of coming from that way. You see him there. I accidentally hit melee button there. I'm going to slide back to this way because then he's probably going to think we're pushing there. I'm going to slide back to the other way. So you want to just keep your opponents guessing as much as you can, because obviously if you just run straight at them, you're going to get shot. So by using alternate routes and different doors and things like that, you will be able to take them out more efficiently. So we drop this guy down low here, down by Nova. Chuck a stun him. Now I do get beamed by his teammate, but the reason I went for that thirst there, obviously I wanted the kill, but as I thirsted him, I just wanted to get an exact position of where his teammates were. As it turns out, he just has one teammate that was with him in the building. So we know he's on that middle floor there. So you want to always keep an eye on your map, especially on Rebirth Island and Resurgence mode. Now I don't have any spare plates, so I don't really want to get shot at afar because I can't really heal myself. So we know he's up top there. But then he is actually pushing down low, so I didn't really hear him move there. We take him out anyway. I'm going to try and get out the gas here. We do have a mask. So basically, when I jumped on these boxes, I could see him in the bottom left there, pushing up on me. So I decided, let's change level here. Instead of just jumping straight at him, I aim my jump to jump straight down, because he's not really going to expect it. And we do put ourselves in a little bit of a sort of disadvantaged spot. But because it caught him off guard, it really did pay off. And we could only see his head there at the end, which we did manage to take him out really nicely with the MP40. So level change and height advantage is huge in this game, as we all know. Now in this clip, we're thinking outside the box a little bit again to try and take someone out. So right here, I'm held down sort of through this door by the sniper, and we all know he's going to just be pre-aiming it, as you can see him there, straight down the sort of top of the roof. So I decided, let's go into the gas to take him out instead, as he probably wouldn't expect me to do so. Even though he didn't have a mask, I don't really mind too much losing a little bit of health, so we can just play up. So now we've dropped one of them, and I wasn't too sure how many there were at this point. So we're sort of trying to get a good view. We start getting shot from further away. Try plate up. Now I spot that guy crawling that direction, so I know they're all down there. But then he does stun me. And we managed to land a lovely little quick scope there. But basically, I know not everybody can quick scope, but just by sort of centering and having my aim up ready from the direction they're coming from, really did sort of help in this scenario. I was a bit hesitant to push up because I wasn't sure how many of them there were. But I decided, screw it, let's just push up, try to get these kills. And one of them does actually self. We'll use that MP40 to take him out as he jumps over the top. So in this clip, once again, we're going to be using that mini-map and positioning and where you can put yourself in a gunfight. So you can see on the UAV, there's a guy just up here by my orange little teammate on the map. So we pop our dead silence, rush over, drop him. Now instantly going to thirst him once again because this is a resurgence mode. So we're going to check the mini-map to see where his teammates were. There's a lot of red dots on the map, but I want to be sure. So they're over to the far right there. Now I know there's one closer and one further back. So instantly I'm going to use this automaton to push across, drop the one guy. And you'll see I try to get a height advantage over this last guy. For whatever reason my aim is completely off, but these tents are really good to get a little head glitch. Now I'm trying my best to beat him here, but for some reason I just can't hit my shot. Still sort of warming up a little bit because I'm not used to playing, but I just get on the chase, get super aggressive because I know he's the last one. Managed to drop him at far there with the stem. I'm going to push up and finish off that kill there. So you basically just want to be thinking of where you can position yourself in a gunfight to get an advantage. So obviously this is going to play a huge part in your fights. You can't always just rely on your gun skill, but you can use things like movement, positioning and map awareness to take out your enemies, and pretty much that's all we have today. So if you enjoyed the video and you're glad that we're back to making videos, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe and comment on what you'd like to see on the channel. We're closing in on that 700 subscriber mark, which is just mental considering I only wanted to hit 500 sort of by the end of 2021, but here we are nearly 200 subscribers later, which is just insane for me. But yeah, I'm glad to be back on YouTube. Really missed you guys, missed all the support. So as I said, don't forget to leave everything down below and hope you enjoyed the video guys. I'll speak to you all in the next one.